This shit smoke smooth, bro. Vanilla comes through to me the most though. Well, like cones. I'm not involved. I'm not involved enough with the rolling process for cones. Um, when I want to roll blunt, like I want to roll blunt, bruh. I want to take a cigar, look at the shit structurally, see if I want to do one of two things. If I want to unwrap the top layer, or if I want to crack it down, because depending on the blunt, if you heard some of my later songs and shit, I got a song where I start off saying I don't crack a Dutch like a Swisher. And the reason why is because you don't do those the same. They structurally different. A Dutch got the leaf on the outside. You want to take that off, bro. You want to take that off, bro. It didn't crack the bones down. Roll the bones and then rewrap the skin on it. That's what you want to do with one of those. I even looked at this blunt and tried to decide if I wanted to unwrap it. But the way that they got this shit going around, bro, I couldn't tell where that shit started at. That don't mean that I ain't gonna crack the code. I just didn't on the review and didn't take the time to do it on this one. What I do with my lighter, bro? Oh, that shit was right in front of me. I wrote everything out there, bro. Like cones, bro. Cones don't give me enough involvement. Cones don't give me enough involvement at all. I gotta be hands on. I like to crack the blunt. And then not only do I like to crack the blunt, bro, I like to crack the blunt and put that bitch down, bro. And then break up the weed and put that shit in the blunt. And watch that shit fill up the real estate. Because there's sometimes that I want more weed in the blunt than other times. If I can visually see the pal go down, for me it's just a better experience, bro. I like to be able to see that. See how much weed I'm actually putting in this bitch. With a cone, you can estimate. You get an estimation. But when you rolling that bitch and you putting it down on there, bro, you can see that shit straight up there. And not only that, right? After I got the weed down there, in there, bro, what I also like to do is I like to grab that shit and pick that shit up, bro, and hold that shit. And try to figure out what is going to be the most symmetrical way that I can lay this shit down and roll this shit perfectly, bro. Like, bro, I like to look at that shit. And then when I'm looking at that shit, I'll be like, which way can I stretch this out to make it the most even blunt that I want it to be? And then let's say, right, I don't even want it to be an even blunt. Let's say I have a leaf, right? That has already pushed all the weed down. Let's say I got the leaf out and I got this shit and I'm looking at it, right? What I'm looking at the leaf like is which way am I going to bend this bitch back to make the perfect cone shaped smoking mechanism that I can roll. I'm looking at the stems and the leaf, trying to figure out which way they're gonna twist the best to wrap and hug themselves. And then I'm figuring out how to stretch this weed out so that there's a lot here in the taper. It's not too sharp. So I like to see that and judge that when I'm rolling up my weed. Cones, you can't see and judge that. After I made those calculations right, what I also like to do. What I also like to do, bruh, is grab that blunt, bruh, get that shit ready to be lip pulled. Now, some people have different ways of doing this, but my way of doing this, right, is I'm looking at this bitch and I'm pushing the weed down and giving that bitch the blue. Give me that push in, pull back. Push in, pull back. The push in, pull back. That's what I'm doing. The push in, pull back. Setting it up for it to ready to be all the way done, bro. That push and pull back, you can't get that from a cone, bro. You can't get the push in, pull back. The cone don't let you do the push and pull back. You know. And because of that, that's why I prefer to also. Once you have the push and pull back done, get ready for the lip pull. Now the lip pull is different for other people, but for me, the lip pull is a simple technique. It's a simple technique. What I do is I sit the real estate that is left. Now, depending on how much you put in there or what you're trying to roll, you're going to have a different amount of real estate there. Now, you don't need to always moisten the whole entire real estate. When you're looking at the real estate, right, that's there that you got to close the lap over, what you're judging is how much moisture do you think there's going to take to hold this bitch in place? That is a judgment of calculations that's done on the fly. Some people can do it all times gracefully. Some people fail at the lip tuck. The lip pull, excuse me. The lip pull is crazy, bro. If your lip pull technique is flawed, at any given time, you can fuck the blunt up. You can fuck the blunt up at any given time with a flawed lip pull. Flawed lip pulls are terrible, bro. When I tell a nigga, yo, when nigga say, bro, what's the best thing? Oh, what's the most important thing on rolling the blunt? Bro, the most important thing on rolling the blunt is your lip pull, bro. Because you can have a couple different things happen, right? You can have a weak ass lip pull. Where when you pull that bitch back, that shit don't get tightened up, and then you got a loose ass butt the whole entire time. That shit just loose. It rolled loosely. That's from a weak lip pull. You can have a way too strong ass lip pull, my nigga. Way too strong lip pulls do a couple different things. Way too strong lip pull will put the goddamn weed too tight in the blunt to where you going like that just to motherfucking be able to hit that bitch. Now, I know if you smoked a whole bunch of blunts with a whole bunch of different niggas, you done had the goddamn why ain't the smoke coming through this space? Where the fuck is the clog at face? That's from niggas having a too strong ass lip pull. What could also happen from a too strong ass lip pull is a motherfucker go to lip pull and tear half the goddamn other side of the blunt off. Now you got a fucked up ass blunt all the way from a too strong ass lip pull. Your lip pull has to be regulated on the fly. You have to be able to make lip pull adjustments. Lip pull audibles, bruh. You need to be able to pull quick ass lip pull audibles. Because every blunt ain't built the same. Even from the same goddamn pack, bruh. Even from the same goddamn pack, bruh. All blunts ain't built the same. Get a blunt. That now means just roll with grace. And then the next one, that shit dry all the way the fuck out, cracking all stupid and shit. You gotta be able to know how to maneuver. Alright, this one might need a little bit more moisture on the skin side and or the bones to get this bitch to hold right. Bad lip pulls or blunt destructors. Something that you don't have to worry about with cones. So that may be a pro cone. That may be a pro cone argument right there. Failed lip pulls are a pro cone argument. That being said, though, what you can't do, you can do this with a code. You can do this with a code. But you can't do with a code. You can do it from a blood art code. What I also like to do is, after a successful lip pull, take and look at the blunt and think, I just rolled this motherfucker awesomely, bruh. Now you can also take a cone, stuff that bitch, all the way down. And then take a look at that bitch and be like, man, I stuffed this bitch to the top. Now, what do I think is gonna give me the best? Really though. I mean, cold stuff in the perfect cold, bruh. Yeah, I don't know, bro. For me, I'm going blunt, bro. I'm going blunt beside cold, bro. Those is all my reasons, bro. Yo, I don't even know why the fuck I know I described it that way. I don't know, bro. I don't know why I described why blunts are better to me than colds that way. Cause that shit was a long ass walk. That shit was a long ass walk to say I like the roll blunts versus stuffed cone.